Hey guys, so tonight I have like pre-shuffled and selected some cards. So we've got a pile for the masculine, a pile for the feminine, and the middle pile is for the union or reunion. So it's like, and this is like whether it's within you, your masculine, feminine, and the union going on, you know, your healing, or it's within relationship, masculine in general, feminine in general, and you know what's going on between the two of us as separate entities and our relations coming together, or you know, as in general dynamics of the masculine and feminine. Yep, so I've kind of shuffled and selected. I haven't looked at any of the cards. I've got a whole bunch. Don't really know how I'm going to do it. Yeah, I think I might go, you know, through the three piles, like as each, like all the kind of once, like I'll do, like each separate deck that I've selected, which is pretty much like one or two cards from each deck that I wanted to grab for each pile. So I think I might go like that selection of cards for the masculine and the feminine, and then for the union or reunion, to see what each kind of deck kind of is saying about the dynamics. And I've also got the charms. If I was kind of thinking if we needed a little bit more understanding of what the cards were talking about, we could kind of get a charm to kind of top us up or something. We could all use a bit of charm to top us up, but yeah, so here we go. So there's so many cards, so I'll try and make this kind of quick going off rather than reading everything from the books. I've got the books here if I think I have to, but I'll kind of go off what, you know, intuition or like instinct on what I think the cards are kind of saying. So I've got like a few of the main more like character type cards in here, which I might start with because it might kind of give us a, you know, kind of a starting point. I'll start with, I'll get these out. I've got a Viking one, an Isis Oracle, Dragon Riders, Animal Spirit, Colours, Foxfire. Yeah, I'll start from the bottom up, I think. Yeah, I think I might just start from the bottom up and go from there. So I'll just flip them over, I think. Alright, we'll start with the guys. So with the Animal Spirit deck, the guy's got the Golden Egg. The lady's got the Firefly. And the Union got the Sea Serpent. So I'm just gonna have to have a quick look at the book with that one because I haven't fully. I mean the Golden Egg, like I'm thinking the Golden Goose, like that's the kind of reward at the end of all the hard work. So, but Oh yeah, I think the guys got this last time actually. Message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sounds resides the message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned until we retreat from the noise of modern day life. Yeah, so it's pretty much making the time and space within to actually go, that much deeper to get to the core of you. So I guess that's like the guys are working on finding, or the masculine is working on finding, getting to their true core, getting to the true core of their issues, themselves, the situation, getting to the truth. And not just that, but also the beauty within. Like, they're getting to the gold within themselves. They're filling themselves up. They're finding the gold within. And the golden egg, like they're finding the possibilities. Like, eggs are all about fertility and possibilities and new life, like new growth. So they're finding and protecting, like, because this golden egg's in the nest, it's been laid, like they're finding that golden inner child, the beauty within their true heart, maybe. They're finding their feminine within, and learning to see the truth and beauty of that within themselves. And with the firefly, the feminine is glowing, has found their light, and they're glowing. In within their darkness, they've found their light. And to be honest, that's very similar to what the golden egg, I feel like, is. Yet it's more of a masculine thing, and that's more of a feminine thing. Again, it's like the feminine's finding their inner masculine fire and igniting, and the masculine are finding the beauty of their ability to, hold and create gold within themselves. And the feminine is like finding their ability to shine their gold. So shining, doing, is more of a masculine act, and holding their gold, protecting the gold, is more of a feminine act. So in both of these, it's like the men are finding their feminine, and the feminine are finding their masculine in a healthy way, and that's fucking beautiful. And the union is the sea serpent, which is like the Ouroboros, eating its own tail, which is completing the cycle, which is gorgeous. And it also looks like kind of an evil eye thing, so it's like being protected. This whole process of the healing of masculine and feminine and reuniting is being protected while we complete the cycle. And like water, that's all about emotions and completing that emotional cycle, which is exactly what these kind of other two cards are kind of saying, is that both sides of the picture here are emotionally finishing this healing cycle while being protected while doing so. And it kind of looks like an eye, like in the middle, or it could be have this little freaking, it kind of looks like an egg being fertilized, like the little, you know, kind of ovum and the little sperms kind of, you know, going in there to be, or, you know, a fertilized egg, which is, you know, the culmination of the masculine feminine uniting. Look, I barely needed the book, that's good. Yeah, that's really cool. Alright, so we'll do the Isis Oracle next. Okay, put that one. Did I get one for this one? I mix them up. There we go. Alright, for the guys, they got, this is the Isis deck. They got Soul Retrieval, Deep Soul Healing with the Goddess, which goes so well with their first card. So they're healing their own goddess there. The ladies got the Miracle of Isis, Miraculous Healing of the Goddess. And yeah, she's with Osiris there, so it's like, you know, that's when she's you know, put Osiris back together. She's rescued, healed Osiris. And that goes exactly with what I was saying with the first card as well. And so, you know, they've come back together, kind of, you know, like after his rebirth, and it looks like she's got wings there, so she's like found her wings and she's now joined with Osiris. And the guys have found their soul, which is really their feminine aspect, to be honest, I think. And then the union is the Eye of Horus, awakening divine perception. So the Horus, I'm pretty sure, was their child, what they made together when they came back together, when they healed each other and reunited. They had Horus, and that's awakening divine perception. And so, you know, when the masculine and feminine unite, it's like, that's when you become the whole united being, the you know, 1 + 2 = 3. That's the, you know, it's the Trinity, masculine, feminine, and then the link to the divine. You're awakened, you're balanced, you're, yeah, the freaking magic that happens when you know, heal yourself, masculine, feminine, and when healed masculine, healed feminine reunite, you know, union, and that magic that happens then when two healed souls like come back together. Very much like the story of Isis and Osiris. And then we've got the Viking cards, which is Manaz for the men. Manaz. I'll have to work out what that rune means, but big gorgeous Viking man there. Battle hardened by the looks. Wise. And we've got Rado for the feminine. And Uruz for the union. So I'm gonna have to read them. I don't know my runes. Runes. I don't know my runes as yet. Manas 20. Develop yourself in all ways, in all the ways you can. Fulfill your potential. Do not shy away from the collective consciousness. Human nature means mistakes are made, but we can learn from them. Working with and for the community is becoming important for you. Be rational about an issue rather than emotional. From the God's breath I came and was made whole. Life given, fates chosen. Weird bestowed and flowed, but it is up to me now to move and to choose. It is up to me to shimmer the carvings, to shake the tree. I am Manaz. That's becoming whole in yourself, like self-sovereign and ready to take that out into the world. Choose your path. I'm pretty sure. And for the feminine, Rado 5. Your joys are signposts to your purpose and destiny. The journey is as important as the destination. Focus on the now rather than the burdens of the past or the unrealized future. Stretch, aim for new horizons. Work with the rhythms of life, not against them. As the wheel turns, I'm at the center, seeing all things as they are right now. Being within each step, free to choose. Blue sky, green fields. I am Rado. God, it's very similar, isn't it? It's like acceptance of what is, but being self-sovereign, not chasing anything. So Manaz is more of like, I'm ready, I've done my healing and I need to make some choices now. I need to take action to move forward. And Rado is like, I've healed, I've made my choices. I am walking down the path that I've chosen, but I'm not trying to control what comes along on that path. I'm just dedicated to it and walking it and trusting it. And the reunion to Uruz. Build personal power ethically from the inside out. Endurance and resilience are important now. Our will can change our fate. It can forge a path where there is none. Look to your health and vitality, for these may need healing. I am the flowing force of life, the focus, the blood pulsing, the oats being sown, the uncontrolled wildness, tenacious and not quite polished. I am Uruz. It represents physical, mental and spiritual power and the concept of will. Building personal power is only valuable if we do so from the inside out. If we rely upon external validation, we will always be in a weak position, for we cannot control others. Developing self-trust, self-esteem, self-care and self-knowledge will go a long way to securing a strong, grounded and authentic sense of self that can withstand the battering life can bring. Right, so it is kind of very much, those three is very like masculine, feminine, and the combination of a balanced masculine feminine. So Manaz is about taking wise action from like an observer's standpoint, not getting overly emotional or lost in the whole drama of freaking life, you know, stuck in our patterns from an emotional standpoint. Manaz is the healed masculine type thing, making healthy choices, self-sovereign choices, and taking action on that. Rado is like the healed feminine in that you are self-empowered, you are self-sovereign, but you are not quite trying to control the situation. You are not, as what the masculine kind of Manaz is like, you are not allowing your emotions, your desires, your wants to control your viewpoint on what is going on. Like that, it is kind of like the healed, what the healed feminine kind of needs to work on, is kind of, you know, as the balanced healthy feminine is the acceptance, the allowance of life. And the urus is that joined together. Personal power, inside out, endurance, resilience, forging a path, but also looking after yourself. There's a physical, mental, and spiritual power and concept of self-will, so self-control, like you have become self-sovereign, you're in charge of your emotions. You do not let outside or inside forces disrupt your flow. You're in your flow in a collected and kind of in a powered type place. I mean, this is what we're all striving for. It's like the ultimate healing process, and union is what we're all striving for within ourselves and within our relationships. I'm feeling. All right, so with the dragon riders, the guys got Merlin and Liliana. The girls got Aradia and Nis. So two purple ones there. And the union. What did we get? What's the dragons? Oh, there they are. Lady Nada and Prudence. Alright, so the guys is love yourself just as you are. You are amazing, and by opening yourself up to all your different lives, you'll become the sum of them. And I mean, Merlin, the wizard, it's like you're putting it all together. And Merlin, like, it's man magic. Like, you have the power of your staff. You have honed your man skills. I might read these ones because these ones, they're freaking awesome. Aradia has spoken. Your inner servitude is over. Your beliefs and dependencies are melting away. I am awakening the magic that will free you. Know that freedom begins in thoughts. And they're freeing that feminine. And the union, Lady Nada, True life happens from one moment to the next. You will find the love you long for in the here and now. Ooh, well, that's nice. Alright, Merlin for the guys. Merlin, the famous sorcerer and druid, is a soul who has lived through countless incarnations. His was one of the first incarnated souls long before the earth existed. Merlin brings us closer to the magic within us and represents freedom and the highest form of transformation. He is a wonderful, humorous and wise teacher. I'm here and reaching out my hands to you. I will teach you about an all-encompassing being, and I will show you that there is no such thing as time, that everything is now. And if everything is now, you can live all the light, knowledge and wisdom from other incarnations in this moment. Believe in yourself, trust my words, and reclaim the energy from other dimensions. How can I do that? I hear you ask. With the help of meditation and through trance journeys. Visit me in my favorite place on one of your trance journeys. I will wait for you near the sacred lake that surrounds Avalon by the 2 old oaks at the edge of the forest, and I will help you. Since the creation of his soul, Merlin has been connected with the unique and incredibly beautiful female dragon Liliana. Message from Liliana. The greatest of all magicians and holy men is offering you his support and wisdom. Waste no time, hurry to him, but before you go, remember that Merlin's way is always the way of love. So look around you in your life and see whom you cannot love. See the world through Merlin's eyes, and your black and white judgments will be transformed. It is time to understand that your greatest enemy is the only one who can help you to make a crucial breakthrough on your soul's path. I think Merlin's telling us to get high. And go deep within. And that whole like quantum message of, you know, everything is happening all at once, everywhere at the same time. And I kind of been thinking about that a little bit myself lately, because I've been listening to more Dolores Cannon's books, The Convoluted Universe, and like some of those messages get pretty full on, but it kind of, what I've been listening to is very similar to that, is that, you know, she taps into these past lives, right, her clients, and they're so fucking detailed. Like, these people are living these lives, you know, so full on. And it is literally like that when you get to a certain, if you allow yourself to get into a certain trance state, a certain frequency, a certain brain wave, you literally have access to all your other lives, to the point that, you know, well, you know, in The Convoluted Universe, they talk about these beings that she connects with, actually literally talks about that. They are all happening at the same time. In a, you know, in a certain way. There's levels to it, right? But as soon as you get into that brainwave state, you get to a place where they are all happening at once, because you're on the level where you can access all of them. That means that it is all happening at once, and it means on a certain level you have at all times access to all the lives you are living, past, present, future, and they, at a certain level, are all connected. Yeah, it's kind of, it kind of blows your mind, but that's, you know, if you get to this point, you know, you literally can tap into so much freaking you knowledge, and almost, you know, call those parts of yourself that you want like into you to strengthen you. And at the same time, you know, it's an exchange of freaking energies, and like those, like you're tapping into those lives and you're kind of healing your life, you're healing those lives, you're strengthening yourself, you're strengthening their lives, and it literally kind of, it's like this exchange of information, like you heal, they heal, you heal more, they heal more, you know, when you're at this level. It's very much like the masculine feminine thing too, like you heal, you heal, you heal, you heal, you heal, you heal. And it just kind of like, you know, is this snowball effect of healing and energy exchange and consciousness evolution. Aradia and Ness. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Aradia. Aradia was the first of all witches. Her magic is unrivaled and remains unsurpassed to this day. She's the daughter of the great Hecate, the goddess of magic. After receiving, funny, I'm wearing my honey jumper. Hecate apparently loves her honey. Anyway, after receiving instruction in the magic arts, Aradia became queen of the witches. She promised humanity freedom from slavery and humiliation, and her name still possesses incredible power. Use it carefully and wisely. A message from Aradia. I see your fears. I am with you now in order to free you from them. Begin by working to heal any unresolved situations in your life and any relationships affecting your well-being. I will help guide you to the path of freedom. And a message from Nis. Be prepared and follow Aradia. Always accept her wise advice. Let go of your fears one by one and step by step. The first step is always the same. It is to make a clear decision. The path on which you are now being led is the path on which all that is hidden in darkness is revealed and illuminated in redeeming light. Lady Nada. Lady Nada has come to me quite a bit as one of the masters. I believe I'm not going to say anything actually because I can't remember exactly, but I'm getting the very Mary vibes, that divine feminine. Let's see. Very few souls have been incarnated as often as Lady Nada. We've all met her. She has touched the lives of each and every one of us. She has lived as priestess in Lemuria and Atlantis, and as Mary Magdalene, Saint Clare of Assisi, and Hildegard of Bingen. Her vibration is that of unconditional love, gratitude, divine grace, and selfless devotion. As an ascended master, it is her duty to open and heal our hearts so we can live a higher love. Bring me your higher love. I would like to guide you to find true divine love. It's a gift from the source of all being, from the divine source. You will find it only deep within yourself, in the still, quiet spaces of your heart, where you find your truth. Journey within, practice meditation, living moment to moment, treasure chest of your heart. Love will be all around you, and when you are loved, nothing else but love is reflected in you. Lady Nada is connected with a wonderful female dragon, Prudence. Prudence is unusual because she dwells in many time planes at once, occasionally loses the thread of various conversations she is conducting on different levels of existence. She is a truly timeless being and is full of humour. A message from Prudence. We have come to remind you of the need to laugh more often. Avoid anything and anyone without a sense of humour. The very thought of it makes my skin crawl. Let us be cheerful together and start by smiling. It is not difficult. You just need to make the decision and smile. Yeah, not taking life too seriously. But the divine love, finding the love within yourself and then bringing it together for a relationship, and bringing that like joy, love and light and laughter into a relationship. Like, that's what we all want, need within ourselves and in a relationship. All right, colours. This is awesome. We've got amber for the guys. Awaken your creativity, which is very much, you know, amber. That's going into your sacral, which is, yeah, creativity, passion. Awaken your creativity. Get in touch with your feminine side. Let me get one colour for them. For the ladies, we've got magenta. Connect to your deepest inner knowing. It's like a dahlia. Well, that's kind of more, yeah, your root chakra, and a little bit of the purple thrown in there, so that is extremely grounded, deep rooted spirituality. So that, you know, that's the fucking, you know what I'm you know what I'm getting at, right? Like, that is like your witch fucking essence, like being so hella rooted within your feminine. You know, you've gone down so far, you've reached the purple and mixed the red and the freaking purple to get magenta. Like, you know, the yeah, you know what I mean? And the union has got gold. Attract abundance. Well, that's freaking awesome. It's very like solar powered. Oh, beautiful there. Alright. Alright, so we got, the guys have got trust for their Oracle of Portals ones. And that's the, you know, the man and the woman. The guy is, you know, pulling her across the chasm. I guess, you know, it's trusting each other, trusting the masculine to save the feminine, to be watching out for the feminine, you know, like he's got her, he's there, obviously for his own feminine and, you know, his partner. But the women have got, ladies have got commitment. And that's actually, you know, two women in that card. So whether you're in a woman-woman relationship, or this could be the feminine has the feminine's back. So again, very similar to that trust card, but you know, it's like the feminine telling the feminine that I am committed to you, and I'm staying true to my beautiful inner feminine, and I'm, you know, marrying myself type thing, like trusting myself and where I want to lead myself as a feminine being. I mean, it could mean that. It could also mean, you know, in general, a commitment to love, maybe. And then we've got as the union, very interesting, we've got two couples on both those cards. Trust, commitment, and we've got independence for the union reunion, which is a bird in a nest, a little bird looking out from its nest. So independence, I would say that is trust in your masculine and feminine, commit to yourself, you know, trust your masculine, trust your feminine, commit to the other half of yourself. You become balanced, trust yourself, commit to your path. And within a relationship, hold on to that self-sovereignty. It's that interdependence thing, like it is. You can be in relationship and keep your self-sovereignty, and that is a beautiful thing. It's seeing the beauty in that sovereign being that you are choosing to have a relationship with, and they are, you know, feeling the same about you, and you know, like each day you're choosing to be free beings together and sharing that freedom together, and exploring the beauty of that independence together. With the Kitsune deck, we've got, the guys have got be still a while. I think that kind of, it's very feminine, kind of geisha-y like in that one, but she's in winter, so it's kind of more like, you know, in the quiet time, you know, they're getting in touch with their feminine creative side, the and while in isolation, while in the quiet times of winter, going within into the cave. The girls have got tending the future. So this is looking kind of more like maybe an autumny card or spring. So it's like she's tending to some new little seedlings. There's definite new growth there, and she's fully in touch with the nature. There's mushrooms. She has literally got nature falling off her, like with the greenery, you know, very, very green heart-based growth. That's very growth and contentment in that card. And with the union, it is make a wish. It's kind of like a dragon, butterflies, transformation, kind of wishing upon a star. The magic. Blue dragon magic. Alright, so these next ones are the African goddess. The guys have got I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Bokomu, soul forgiveness, and Gang Sara, resistance. I might have to have a quick soul forgiveness, resistance. I might have to have a quick look at those ones. Alright, so it's the shadows. A Witch of the Golden Lane. Blew into Tobago on a determined breeze from West Africa to emancipate her family. You are scared that you are going to mess it all up. You may have stumbled, but this is a new day. Learn to show up for yourself. You ghost your own dreams and resist your own magic. Stop holding back, worrying, and pretending to seek perfection that will never come. When it comes to you stepping into your greatness, resistance keeps you stuck. Resistance blocks growth, creativity, and evolution. Resistance may look like procrastination, laziness, disorganization, excuses, or lack of motivation, but there are deeper forces at play. You are resisting the force you really are. Goddess declaration, this is me, I show up. So it's, there's still a bit of fear holding you back from embodying the true self, sovereign you, and actually taking that action to, really have your back of what you want, what life you want, and taking the action for that. Like, there's still a little bit of resistance there, and fighting the shadow excuses, when this fear comes up, and there's so many, when these fears come up about making these bold moves, these next steps, and, our shadow, our ego can come up with all sorts of excuses on why we can't make them, and, all that. And there's this process that we all have to go through of pushing past those shadow excuses, those last fears of actually taking the action on the healing that we have just done. Because doing the inner healing is one thing, then taking action on changing our outward life in order to fully embody and embrace the new us. Like that's the next step of pretty much healing your shadow completely type thing, like not letting your shadow and your ego control you in any way any longer. The ladies got, what was the other one? Soul forgiveness. Go hand in hand. The lovers. Goddess Mbokomu was the first woman. Her father, a Congo, the cranky supreme god, put Mbokomu and her loud children in a basket and dismissed them to earth. What do you need to forgive? Let it go and reclaim yourself. Forgiveness is a gift of freedom for you, from you. You can't rush forgiveness. You have to feel it to heal it. Feel the pain, hurt, grief, rage, and despair. Take time with your heart. Forgiveness is a higher vibration frequency than the path you must allow yourself to feel. Unforgiveness colors your world with lack, mistrust, and resentment. You start to see everything through victim-colored glasses, but forgiveness does not have to include reconciliation. Start with self-forgiveness. Say it out loud. I forgive myself with love. yeah, I mean, if you're still judging yourself, if you haven't forgiven yourself yet, that will be where the resistance is coming from, on trusting yourself to give yourself the life that you desire, that you're worthy of making changes in your life, for the, you know, to choose a path that you want to go down, rather than punishing yourself and blaming yourself and staying stuck in someone else's story, or, you know, type thing. So the ladies have got Mum Lumbo, self-sabotage. Very similar. And Yasiki, live out loud. Shadow of self-sabotage. Shadow monster, Mamlumbo, is the brain-sucking, snake-like, water-dwelling Zulu goddess of rivers. You are holding yourself apart from your blessings. What ancient pain are you trying to stuff down, numb, ignore, avoid? What does your self-sabotage help you to avoid? Your inner saboteur is clever. Seductive patterns of behaviour block your path and your power. Distractions, addictions, cravings, and unhealthy habits will not bring you your best. Your inner bully is the voice telling you you messed up, the part of you that is jealous, the anger you don't know what to do with, your stuck inner procrastinator, and your toxic relationship choices. Stop terrorizing yourself with broken promises or discipline. Instead, choose devotion to your chosen pathways. What inspired action can you take today? I have compassion for myself. Very similar to what the guys are going through, and that kind of everyone at the moment, I think, is you know, I mean, well, with all of us and both sides of us, our masculine side, our feminine side, have both got shadow aspects that hold ourselves back, and we have to deal with both sides of them. So, you know, that's why it's like you deal with one aspect of it, and then it's like you have to deal with another aspect of it, and then another and another and another, before you can really get a momentum up of your movement forward down your path. It's just like these blocks keep putting in your way, and you're the one putting them in your way, or you're seeing that there's blocks there, but they're just old shadows that keep popping up. And so the other one, Goddess of Living Out Loud. Yasiki has the reputation of being a free-spirited party goddess for the Dogon people of Mali. She was the very first Yasigni. The Yasignis are women empowered to participate in the masked dances. Express yourself. You have something to say. Share your voice and magic. Express your you-ness. The way you express yourself won't make everyone happy. That's okay. You are not meant to. Living out loud and self-expression look different for everyone. For outgoing extroverts, self-expression may mean dancing on tables and screaming your points of view. Introverts may speak out in other ways and save the louder parts of their personalities for loved ones. I am free to express myself fully. Yeah. And like, you know, it takes a lot of bravery to become fully self-sovereign and put yourself out there and say how you feel and do what you want to do, and don't you know, like, unbury yourself. Don't soften your voice anymore. Don't hide anymore. Don't make yourself smaller anymore, you know, for anyone else. It's like to be fully you. No holds barred. like finding your authentic opinion, voice, expression, like finding the real you on all the different levels of you that there are. And there is so many different levels to us, so many different aspects to us, and to find them and express them in all the varying ways that we are made up as individuals, and our interests and our opinions, and we are freaking beautiful fucking puzzles, all put, you know, all our puzzles are different in the way we're put together, like, and you know, each aspect of ourselves is like one little piece of our puzzle, and each piece of that puzzle can be expressed in a different way. And as individuals, we would all express pieces of our puzzle in different ways. And you know, discovering what that piece of the puzzle means to you, how you want to look at it and express that as you, is an extremely unique experience only you can have. And that's why this whole process is so amazing and individual. Like, it doesn't look like anyone else's, you know, not exactly as anyone else's experience, and you don't even know what it will look like, because you can only go off what you've seen from other people, and they're their puzzles. You've got to discover what your puzzle wants to be expressed as. So, and that's the scary thing is a part of this as well, like, because you know, like, you feel there's all these different puzzle pieces within you, but you're kind of scared to go there because you just don't know what it's going to look like, what it's going to feel like, blah blah blah, because you've never experienced those pieces of you before, and there is no way you could have seen them, witnessed them anywhere else before, because they're uniquely yours. And so, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of scary aspect of finding yourself and then putting yourself out there, because you know, each day is like a freaking lucky dip on what's going to come out of me today. What piece am I going to discover that I didn't know was there? And you know, you surprise yourself daily. Alright, so the union cards, we've got Mummy Wada, naked. She's a mermaid. And Mabuya Nahanda, radical rebirth. Well, that's like authenticity, putting yourself out there, and radical rebirth. She's fully empowered. I would say that's authenticity. Which is awesome. Like, I mean, and you know, to have any healthy, balanced relationship, you've got to have authenticity. You've got to be at the point of being brave enough to be expressing your puzzle pieces, because those puzzle pieces are you authentically. So if you're not brave enough, if you haven't healed enough to really go there, to embrace, to empower yourself to express your puzzle, you are not, no one is being witness to the true you. I'm not saying you are lying or pretending, but you can't, like, you can't really, it's not a full connection. Like, people don't know the real you if you're not expressing it. Do you know what I mean? So it will be unbalanced. The relationship will be unbalanced if you're not willing to look and embrace and express all your puzzle pieces, or the majority of your puzzle. And that goes for both sides within yourself, both sides and within relationship. Like, to get balanced, you have to be embodying your full puzzle. And your full puzzle is masculine, feminine. Like, as an individual, you've got a masculine, feminine side of your puzzle, and you've got to join them to get the big picture. And then you gotta express that balanced one. Now that you have got the full picture of your puzzle as an individual, you're putting your full picture out there, so whoever you come across gets the full picture. So if you're an unbalanced individual, if you're only putting bits of your puzzle out to the world, maybe just one half or a couple of quarters of your puzzle out to the world, that's really only what you can expect to get back from a relationship. Like, what you put out there, you get back. Or what it's like, that's, do you know what I mean? That's the face you're looking into the mirror with. So that's the only thing that you will see in your mirror, capable of seeing, is those two corners of another person. You're not going to be able to receive a person's full puzzle if you're only putting 2/4 out there, type thing. You know what I mean? So if you're wanting like a true conscious connection, you have to connect your corners. You have to be embodying your full puzzle and putting it out there if that's what you want to receive back. We got another one there. We also got level up. Almost looks like she's got the Ark of the Covenant there, which I would say would be the secret source, the divine connection, the level up, the divine love. That's true. When the two full whole beings come together and unite, then you're literally tapping into something godlike at that point with that kind of relationship. That's what I believe anyway. When the freaking miracles start happening, things start floating, and freaking you don't know what's going on because magic is starting to happen. I mean, like, that happens when you heal yourself, and when two people, like, by the power of two, like, I can only imagine. I've got a very strong feeling that that is the case, though, that, like, literally your, like, for example, your love making would take you to different dimensions type situation. Like the energy is so freaking intense. You start traveling places when you join your energies. So next one we've got Shell and the Pearl. So definitely wisdom from the grit that you just had to chew on for several years. And we've got, what's this one? The ladies, we've got the Unbound. We've got Otter in the, yeah, so that's like the wild freedom. And I mean, the Otter is all about like play and family and connection. I won't go into the book because this is gonna be like a really long reading already. I'll start like going through them quickly. And we've got, for the union, we've got Temperance, which is, you know, it's the snake and the cup, it's the, what do you call that? I always forget what that is. Well, it's the Kundalini rising, and the cup is, I think, the what the fuck is the divine feminine. I believe is the Holy Grail, is the container, you know, of the divine feminine receiving and holding the like the fertility, holding the blood of Christ or whatever. I don't know, but I've read, without reading the book, I feel like this is divine masculine and divine feminine uniting with that one. I don't know my tarot cards that much. Alright, so then we've got, with the masculine, we've got Oath, Promise, Pledge, Contract. With the feminine, we've got the Life Bringer, Establishment, Growth, Fulfillment. So the green woman, very much like that other card, Tending the Future. Very like the green women, they're like covered in the very earthy growth, tapped into Mother Nature. The Life Bringer. And then with the union, we've got Cunning Woman, Silent, Observant, Wily. Kind of, you know, foxy autumn vibe there. I guess considering the seasons and what's going on, like being the observer and waiting to see what happens, maybe. And we've got the Sigil Keeper, Symbols, Signs, Messages. There's a frog jumping in there. With those two, with the union or reunion, the balancing of both. Symbols, Signs, Messages, Silent, Observant, Wily. I would say maybe just taking one step at a time and seeing what happens. I'm not really sure about that without reading the book, actually. So this one's from the, this is Circus, Divine Circus deck. Play your hand, which, you know, that's more kind of like take action, play the hand you were dealt, you know, and you just kind of fold and walk away? Or are you going to make the most of the hand that you were dealt? And for the ladies, we've got the Sacred Fool. The Sacred Fool, the Fool in the Tarot is all about really like new beginnings and making your own path and not being afraid to freaking, you know, jump off a cliff in order to do so. It is really like, you know, it is having the balls to take the action. And kind of very much, you know, kind of like ADHD, like I want to do it, so I'm going to do it, and let's go do it. No fear. And I'm going to have to read these ones because well, with the Union we've got Silver Siren. Alright, so I'll just do it by what I think. It's pretty difficult with this, but she's covered in pearls. Silver is a good conduit. Pearls is wisdom. So a conduit of wisdom. Behind blue eyes, she's got blue eyes. She looks a little bit sad, like she's been crying, but she's contained herself. She's got the wisdom. She's got the silver conduit, or the silver thread, because she's connected. And the siren is very much like she's, you know, putting a call out, so she's magnetic. So it's the attraction, it's the conductivity, it's the attraction, magnetic, wisdom, and tapped into source. She's very frilly, feminine. I mean, it's gorgeous, like graceful, holding her space, and trying to hold that pain behind her blue eyes. And then we got, for the males, we've got You're Not Alone, isolation, physical connection, community. You may be alone, but you're not ever alone. We've always got that connection. And here I'm just getting like it's mirrored. So if you're in like a twin flame type situation, if you've got a connection out there, you know, with the mirror of you, no matter what, you know, you're connected in the ethers. So you're never alone. What happens to you happens to the other one. And you know, this could be the inner you as well, the masculine, feminine, your higher self, you. You're always connected, even, you know, your other lives, like I was talking about before, the quantum, your guides, which are probably the other yous. I mean, if you go that high, we're all the same. We're all us on a different level. The feminine. Wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. She's ready to jump in. And we've got the Union. We've got Inner Earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. earth. You're not alone. Wait, inner earth. I feel like inner earth is like a protected space. A magical, beautiful, inner protected space. So even if you're feeling alone and there is distance and weight, there is this space in between that is being, you know, protected for the reunion. And oh, we got another one of those. We've got all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So that's for the reunion. All paths lead home. So no matter what's going on, if this is a relationship type thing, like no matter where you are on like life's maze as your partner and you, you're both heading to the same place, and you will get there at some point. There will be reunion, and you both got to take your own path, like, to get there, and as part of the journey, whether we like it or not. Alright, so this is auspicious symbols. For the guys, we've got horseshoe and the lotus. The horseshoe's good luck. You are protected from negative energy and granted good fortune. That's freaking awesome. The horseshoe's been coming through a fair bit lately, actually. Good luck, guys. And the lotus, let go of challenges. It is time to bloom. Yeah, let go of what's holding you back and allow the next step of the freaking unfurling, the blossoming. Allow yourself to take the action. Allow yourself to become more you. And the ladies have got Kuan Yin. Use the blessings of Kuan Yin to embody more compassion and healing light. And fortune cookie. Ingest the sweet and helpful advice that is placed in front of you. Follow what leads you. Makes me want to get a fortune cookie one. Alright, and then we've got for the guys, the breath. And breathe in, breathe out, the exhale. The angels have got your back. Release the breath, relax. The breath, masculine, feminine. Breathe in, breathe out. It's the balance, it's the wave. The masculine, feminine dynamics. So just let it happen. It's as easy as breathing up, down, in, out, left, right. Masculine, feminine, logic, creativity, give, receive. The feminine has got fertility. It's very kind of a spring vibe, and nourishing the beauty, holding space for how beautiful you are as the soft feminine. What your soft feminine brings, and allowing her space and giving her love. Like providing her the safety and security and nourishment and support, like from within you, not needing it from anyone else. Like learning to give your true feminine side, like the respect and space for her to be her in your life. You know, that maybe just one puzzle piece, that true, really soft feminine that maybe you've never expressed. I'm one of these women. I've never had the safety and security to express that puzzle piece or even see it. I'm getting there, but and with that card I'm getting like the true, your what I guess in my mind, like that soft feminine, the petal feminine, yeah. And I didn't do the. Alright, with that one we've got the whole human for the union, which is really nice. So that's balance coming together, a Buddha type relationship. So I didn't do the symbols for the union reunion. For that we've got Amid, which is powerful healing and a call to herbalism is brought forth by Amid. And the wind horse, take a ride on wind horse to offer prayers for well-being and good fortune. The wind horse, a windfall. It's funny, like wind has been coming through quite a bit, like gods of winds. Like I've been doing a bit of research, but just in my mind now I'm like realizing there's been a lot of wind, like wind deities, like the dry wind, the wind going over the mountains, the and also horses, the winding road, good fortune. Anyway, all right, we're getting up there with time now, so I'm going to do super speeds. All right, so the guys are awakening gifts in perfect harmony, tooting their horn, which is good. Endless possibilities, finding their inner light, inner star, roots of abundance. It's fucking awesome. They are a stone goddess, unwavering love and support, maternal line. I think that's finding that feminine power within, or providing their feminine side the strength. And maybe also just finding a different viewpoint towards the feminine in general. And we've got solitude, stillness, swan, the lone swan, unity, all the white animals. I love that one. Got the unicorn, the white lion, the white buffalo, and the white elephant, and the white whale. So that's like total, that's finding the unique you, and unity. Finding the you, the one, the you within you. Secret temptation, being led astray. I guess that's still dealing with your shadows. And we've got blue lotus again, enlightenment. So maybe that's having a few light bulb moments about your life and who you are, what the world is, where you want to go. I've got the shaman card, death, and the little egg timer there. At the moment of death, if you consciously release all attachments and welcome the afterlife, then there is no struggle. Lie down under the stars with Mother Earth beneath you, let go and be dead for a few minutes. Know that death and rebirth are partners in the dance of life. Spirit that manifests as me will endure eternally with or without form. When you really truly accept death, you release so much of your fear to live, and so much of our fear in our lives is about not about dying, it's about living. So you know, when you really accept that you've got nothing to lose, and really the things that are holding you back don't make sense, you release your fear, because you know this is your life. You only get, you know, this is your life right now, and why aren't you living it? We could all die tomorrow. So literally, when you have nothing to lose, you know, when that kind of when your scales are like, well, you know what, fuck it, what am I doing? Let's just do it. And we've got raise them up, and your path alone. That's a big strong ass B. It's getting your shit done, tying all your knots together and raising them up. Alright, and with the ladies, I'm just going to quickly go through these. The storyteller, a key, your story, writing your story, telling your story is the key. Expressing your puzzle, the oracle's gift, a cup of tea, Aphrodite, the oracle's gift, reading the tea leaves, intuition, messages, having a cup of tea with spirit, call of the muse. Yeah, I mean, true divine empowerment expresses itself as magnetic freaking wonderfulness, and you literally, even without knowing it, you become a muse for literally everyone around you, including yourself. And that is true feminine spirit, is the muse. When a feminine is expressing her feminine power, she is a muse for everyone around her. She becomes a magnet, and like a guiding light magnet type thing. A burst of magic. Surrender. Surrender to the joy. Be the mountain, slow and steady, foundations, patience. Be the mountain. Mountains have a lot of power, and they have to be patient. And we got flow and openness. Full moon power, flow. We got the giraffe, walk tall, seeing the overview. Hold your head up high, see the big picture and the cycles of everything going on around you. Oh, this is nice. Eternal union, new love is forming. We've got men, fertility and creation. Men's the epitome of, masculine fertility and creation. There's the divine masculine, fully erect in his action mode. He's activated divine masculine. Maybe this is meaning you have, as the feminine, activated your divine masculine half, which is fucking awesome. And you're expressing your divine masculine in a really freaking nice way. An unfair judgment. Okay, it's like got a bit of a Lilith vibe there. It's a white rose, so maybe healing the judgments laid upon us as women in the past, like that Lilith vibe, like general society's opinions on women, over the past. Like we've got like the feminine pain body is what I'm saying. Healing the dark feminine, or general oppression, and I won't get into that too much, but the opinions and judgments of the past, ideas about women and empowered women, witch trials, like an empowered woman burned to the stake because her power is confrontational and challenges the system and is intimidating to those around her. So part of our healing as the feminine is like we literally have to look at all that and feel it and recover, like get to a point of forgiveness or understanding and acceptance and release of that pain within our body. Really, it helps if you can, as an observer, like logically look at the process of the whys, the psychology and the timeline of all that in order to release it. Like you really have to have some kind of detachment, acceptance type thing, and an understanding of the natural cycles of what as a species we've gone through, and as as a woman, as a man, and yeah, big picture thinking in order to heal that kind of shite that we've all been through. And the Seeker's Journey. Shining a light with her wizard stick and her witch's magic ball. Yeah, you're going to go through some dark spaces to truly tap in and heal your full self, your full puzzle. To embrace your full puzzle, you've got to look at all those, you know, the opposite side to those puzzle pieces. You've got your pretty coloured side and the opposite side, your shadow side of each puzzle piece aspect of you. You know, you got to look at both sides. Alright, and then we've got High Place, also known as the celestial realm or the upper world. Shamans journey to the high place and meet with ancestors and other human looking spirit guides. Journey to this realm with a trusted spirit ally and see who shows up. You are completely protected during this significant time. I'm safe and protected when I journey to the celestial realm. And the union. Alright, we've got signs. Spirit is communicating with us at all times through both visible and non-visible signs. Silently ask Spirit a question, then note everything you see, hear or feel for the next few minutes. What signs are you currently receiving from Spirit? I easily see, hear and feel the messages from Spirit through signs. Well, let's see what these signs are about to tell us about the union reunion. We've got 13, which is the lucky feminine number. Feeling the world. Getting tapped in. Healing the heart. Further tapped in. Eyes tapped in, vision, feelings tapped in, the power of purpose, knowing what you want tapped in, time machine, the royal you, shining through. Wish upon a star. They're all pretty beautiful cards. Scrying, trust your visions, intuitions, plant seeds. Well, I've certainly been seeing a lot of visions in my scrying. It's a beautiful way to kind of, another way to meditate really, to get into the frequency of meditation, but with your eyes open. Getting into a brainwave state. What brainwave state is it? Beta? I don't know the brainwave states. Delta. I don't know. New beginnings. Well, that's nice as a union reunion card. Intuition, trust the visions, seeds are being planted, it's new beginnings, the whole human signs, delight, the ant, let go of feeling alone, you're a vital part of the hill. The camel, know that you are worthy of love. The cat, time to relax, conserve your energy. Soul fragments, balance will be restored. And that's where it's like soul fragments returning. That means, you know, the the parts of you that you're missing are being returned to you. You know, the two sides are coming back together. Cosmic ancestors, voice your concerns. Have a chat. Cosmic ancestors. I mean, I often rant to them. You know, they're there as a sounding board. Yeah. We've got Satis, fertility and satisfaction. Sweet. Satisfaction. We've got to wear it, pregnancy and birth. To water it. Water it to wet it. To wear it. To wear it. Oh God. Norm, creator God. Ram. I think he's fashioned a couple of humans on the little clay kind of thing there. Horus Bark, Sacred Union. Sacred Union. Kind of looks like Adventure World's ride, the that boat, Adventure World, the Bounty's Revenge. The Bounty's Revenge at Adventure World. And then we've got Weave Your Reality, Space Spider, Dreamweaver. We've got Being Bullheaded. It's a sexy bull, but oh my God, it just brings to mind. Oh, this has got no time to talk about it now. Anyway, and we've got Seek Inspiration. That's really pretty, beautiful, really. A horse and colours in there. It's almost like scales, all feathers, wings. Maybe that's a Pegasus. It's beautiful, that card actually. And then Love Your Inner Child. This is a little, very gorgeous, bejeweled little green dragon surrounded in flowers and wheat, abundance of butterflies, and shiny, very cute little eyes. Mother of Dragons, that reminds me of Khaleesi. Lovely little dragon. And so finally I've just got a few colour swatches for each. So the guys have got Brown Land. So I'm thinking, I've recently been thinking of brown as literally, you know, you get brown when you chuck every colour together, so it's almost like the rainbow. So brown can be the soil, like grounded nature, but it also can be a rainbow, like you have literally combined your rainbow, you are now brown. So either way you look at that, it's a good thing, whether you know you're feeling grounded and rooted, or you've embodied your full rainbow and you've gone brown. And then we've got Dover White, the White Cliffs of Dover, which is very wild, untamed space, the Cliffs of Dover. Like I'm getting kind of a freedom, like wild, windy elemental vibe there. We've got sea creature. Well, the sea is like, could be the motion of your ocean. You have delved right in it. You've become a creature of the sea, sailing the sea. You've owned and embraced all your emotions. It's kind of a mix between green and blue, which is the higher heart chakra. It's just the number is 313, which is as kind of the feminine, I guess it's like Trinity, and the 13 is like kind of the feminine side. And sea creature kind of, it gives you that wild, untamed kind of vibe to it as well, like free. And then we've got misty blue. Misty blue. Mystification. You mystify me. Gratification. Wooed. And that's cool. Ready to woo. Golden passion fruit. Oof. Yeah, that's pretty good. I tell you what, that's doing things to my body just thinking about that. Enigma. School captain. Grand poobah. Ginger. I think the guy's tapped into his hot masculine by the sounds of that. Like he's accessed his beast mode. Beast mode's been activated. Yep. All right, for the feminine, we've got gully, plasticine. Oh. That's we are being flexible, flexibility, like Gumby, plasticine, flexible. Deserve a medal for how flexible we are becoming. Nut oil. Alright. Get the lotion going, yep. Red Terror. Red Earth, rooted. Dune. As in sand dunes. Colours are bonding. Yep. Surf mist. Wild and free. Spiced mushroom. It's a very deep maroony colour. Spiced. Spicy psychedelics tea chest. Eat my chest. Tea chest. It's where all the treasures are kept. Bay Retreat. Sounds nice. And government green. Government green. Sure, government green. Go, Vern, Mint. Go, Vern, journey to the center of the earth. Green. And, alright, last one. This has been going on forever. Union, reunion, colours. Shaded fuchsia. Fuck. Fuchsia. Fuchsia, like, are so exotic, amazing. Like, if you see a beautiful, healthy fuchsia plant, shaded, protected, given the right conditions, that freaking fuchsia is like, that flower is like, seriously, those petals and those stamens are like, that's an erotic plant. That one. Like, they're stunning. The way they just like, wow, and the stamens are like, and they're like, it's an erotic looking flower. And then we've got dance studio, some dirty dancing, capsicum red, spicy root, you know, chakra red, black water, which actually looks green. What's black water? Green black water. Be lacking water. Need to hydrate. Green water would be heart chakra, which is, you know, the love, heart-centered. And if your heart water is dehydrated, you need to water your heart. So, you know, we need to feed the love, get the love flowing. Yeah. And then we've got Manna red. Manna red. Manna red. That one. Wallaby. Buy a wall. Take me against the wall. Wallaby. Oh, bouncy. Alibi. Via law. A law alibi. Baller. Golden orange. Gold rush. Passion. Kind of some urgent passion, or an abundant of passion, of worthy, freaking rich passion, deep read, deep dear, reddy brown, rainbow rouge, sea paint, always get some paint involved, research, blue gum, gum lube, blue gum, eucalyptus, shale grey, lashy. That's not a very good, like, you know, coy look, isn't it? I don't do that very well. How do you do that? I can't do it. I'm too tired. Anyway, they went on for ages, but like, you know, if you're in the whole healing masculine, feminine, becoming a balanced individual healing space, or you're in a, you know, looking for a relationship, or you're in a relationship and there's the whole healing masculine, feminine going on, or, you know, if you're in the divine conscious twin flame relationship dynamic thing going on. I know there's a lot of union reunion stuff happening in that field right now, because we're both, as, you know, masculine, feminine individuals, we've done a shit ton of healing, and it is, you know, at that point where a lot of us are ready to come back together, and, you know, that in itself can be a pretty scary time to, you know, you get to a place within yourself where you've reached a pretty good position, but like taking that next step as well of reuniting, because you don't know what it's going to look like, because you've changed so much within yourself. Like, how do I now take this into a relationship? So, you know, that whole thing is a process within itself as well. And you know, as individuals, like, you know, we have to be understanding that both sides of that coin will be approaching it in their own way, and you know, may have their own way of wanting to approach it, which is entirely new, because it will be new. No one has ever fucking, you know, neither of you have ever gone through this, you know, the next step. Like, we haven't gone through this fully self-embodiment before. Like, this is all new. It's all new, and when everything is always new, it's a lot. Your life becomes a lot, constantly, something new all the time, and that's a lot to deal with. Always constantly having something new to experience, and that in itself can be quite tiring, but it is what it is, and love is love, and, you know, it's going to be such a beautiful thing when your masculine and feminine are unionized, and when you become, you know, unionized with a partner. Beautiful things, and support, and healthy dynamics, and yeah, miracles in abundance. I gotta stop. It's getting very late. Okay, have a good one.